my goodness. Oh my goodness. Look at that. That is a meaty beast. A meaty feast, I should say. If you didn't know what a Hyrax looked like, this is that. And I should get it back because potentially that might have been caught last night. And if it was last night, then that's been sitting for quite a few hours at ambient temperature, so it should be perfect for cooking. Breakfast! I think the hide might be useful for me, so I've decided to skin it first. A lot of meat, a carcass there. The organ meat will spoil first, but it's also got the most nutrients in it, so I'm just going to make myself a little kebab. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ow! 180 degrees Celsius. Perfect. That's liver, kidney, heart, all the goodies. I know how incredibly, oh my God, nutritious the organ meats are. I'm a massive kidney fan, or a liver fan. Look at that beautiful chunk of liver.
This couldn't have come at a better time. It's the first protein I've eaten in 3 days. I was on the brink of exhaustion.
All of that nutrients is coming in. Ah, look at that bad boy. It's been on for about an hour. And yes, it's the moment of truth. Oh, that's good, and it's well cooked. Ha ha ha. My legs are good. It's all about hunger, isn't it? If you're hungry, you're appreciative. And if you're appreciative, the food tastes amazing. So far, I've proved that I can survive. I've found water, I've got a shelter in the form of this cave, I've made a fire, and I've fed myself. Survival tick. But my aim is to thrive, and I was just thinking about it and looking at the rock paintings. I reckon the little man has got a little bow in his hand. So I don't just want to thrive, I want to thrive like a Sam Bushman. And if I'm going to thrive like a Sam Bushman, then I need to tool up.
In these cave paintings, when the sand paint themselves with details like their bow and quiver, it makes sense because it's their toolkit with everything they need to survive. If I'm going to live like them, I'm going to need their tools, starting with a bow. Looking for bowwood, I find something even better. It looks like a giraffe femur. It must have been dragged here by a hyena or leopard.
It smells all right. Oh, look at those. You see those little tufty bits sticking up? That is sinew. Sinew is used for all sorts of things, but specifically at the moment, I think it's the bow. Stringing a bow with the type of cordage that I've been making for the traps is possible, but it's probably not strong enough. But I can't think of anything stronger than sinew from a giraffe's leg.
For the bow, I need a curved piece of comifera, a bit thicker than my thumb.
Got it. That is the beginnings of a bow, isn't it? Look at that.
Without tools, everything takes longer. But at least I'm able to make do with just the things around me.
It's now looking not bad. But I don't want to burn this, I just want to heat it up. So I'm going to use the radiant heat at the side of the fire so I can reshape it. So the trick I'm using behind me is just using the fork in a tree to hold the wood and so I can manipulate it without touching it, because obviously it's super hot. It's not a small job, is it? You want to thrive like a sand bushman, you've got to sweat like a sand bushman first. I'll be a little bit careful not to bend the bow too much, because it's brand new, and therefore it's going to need some use, gentle use, before I really want to put too much power into it. But that's looking good. That is a strong bow. Right.
Morning. It's day 5. There's definitely some big predators here. Definitely. I heard hyenas only about 20 meters outside of camp last night. Because I think at night I'm being surrounded by predators. Which is not that reassuring when you're lying semi-naked on the floor with nothing to protect you. Throw my furry flip-flop at them. Hopefully by the end of the day, I'll have a bow and arrow. That's protection, isn't it? Right, let's go and check the traps.
If I want to have a shot at hunting something myself, I need to sort out some arrows.
That is potentially a winning arrow.
On my way back to camp, keeping my eyes peeled pays off.
Okay, this is exactly what I need for my arrows. Feathers. These are perfect.
The sooner I can get my bow and arrow made, the better.
Okay, smooth and sparkless, but it's bent. So I just need to heat the arrows up and heat the fire, and then try and bend them to being exactly straight. This one was a really, really bent one, and it's already much, much straighter, you can see.
Next, I need to sharpen the tips, fire harden them, and then carve a notch at the back.
It's hot, it's sharp, and it's fire hardened. That's the important thing. Oh, I love my little Hyrax kneading pad. It looks like I've got a six-pack because the clean bits are where my folds do. When my folds do that, my fat folds, they end up being clean inside, so I've got like a drawer-on six-pack. Ay, ay, ay. In your dreams, lad, in your dreams. Use that first little section, so I'm just gonna chop it. Okay, so all of these little bits that make up the feather, I've snapped a couple of them off because I went through it a little bit too haphazardly. But, you know what? It's not bad. Might have a few gaps in there, but I'm quite pleased with that. Next one will be prettier, I promise. Bow strung, 2 arrows made. Time to go and see how they fly. I would say target practice, but I want to actually see if they even fly first. You're so disparaging of yourself, Edward. Let's do it. I'm a bit being deliberately gentle on the string at the moment because they're bad. Oh my God, that one's good. I found my new activity. Ho ho! Hit the camera.
Any more practice and I break my camera. Time for a quick trap check and a scout for where I can shoot my next meal. Every time out of my cave, I'm exploring a new area for resources. And it means I find some real gems.
Oh, hang on. The ground drops away. Oh, wow. Look at that. Everywhere in my little world is on top of an escarpment. The plains are down there. That is beautiful. It is an extraordinary place when you think about it. The Bushmen that occupied the cave where I'm staying, it's like someone's pressed pause on the on time, and it's just stayed prehistoric. There's something about rock art which transcends time. It's as if the ancient sand bushmen are able to talk to me. You know, the very fact that I'm able to see a bow, I'm able to see a giraffe, I can start picturing what life was like, and yet that was thousands of years ago.
I haven't eaten any protein since I finished the Hyrax. And it's starting to take its toll.
Loads of bird activity. Some seemingly fresh scat. No sign of animals. Or brown birds again. That said, I feel like someone who's had a birthday party and no one's turned up. I feel a little bit on my own. Where are the animals?
As amazing as this cave has been, it's time for me to say goodbye.
Right, let's go.
Now, I can spend my days tracking game and sleep where I've got the best chance of a meal.
That feels good. That feels like I'm moving on. I came in here with this camera pack on day one and it felt heavy and I felt immobile. Now, it feels light, I feel strong, and I've got more kit with me. I've got a bow, I've got a fire kit. What more could a sand bushman want? Food? Okay, my strategy is this. Everything's coming to this waterhole, which makes sense. It's the source of life. Everything needs water. Therefore, I'm gonna make a boma just up here, and I'm gonna camp out. I can use my bow and arrow. I can fire it straight down here. Okay, so from this view, I can be monitoring from down here, then I can stand up, and fingers crossed, it's quite close, so I stand every chance of being able to actually hit something. Nearly 2 days since my last real meal, so this has got to pay off. Just missed. Just missed. I've only got 2 arrows left. Can't believe how close that was. That was a proper aimed shot at a guinea fowl that I could have hit. What is the bite? 8 inches? Definitely the most uncomfortable night's sleep so far. Didn't sleep very well at all. Gonna stay super quiet. It must be about 5:15 in the morning.
hopefully I'll get the opportunity both to see some big animals and also to grab a guinea fowl. Better be worth it, because that was a rubbish night's sleep. Okay, the sun is just about to break into this little hide of mine, but I'm gonna stand up because unfortunately that didn't work, that didn't pay off for me anyway. What I have noticed though is that the guinea fowl are roosting in one of the trees just over there by the rocks, and I'm just wondering whether tonight I put myself in a position on the rocks above the tree and hide there so that I can then shoot down at the sleeping guinea fowl. Okay. There's one guinea fowl. I don't know whether to wait and see if more are gonna come or try and shoot it. I'm gonna give it 5 minutes to properly start roosting so it's hopefully fast asleep.
Yes! Got it, got it, got it, got it. It's out of the tree.
If you think about it, it is pretty amazing coming here with absolutely nothing. No knife, no tools, nothing. Not even any shoes on. And starting from scratch to get to this stage where I think I can fairly safely say that I'm thriving, you know? I haven't just set traps and caught hyrax. I've made a bow and arrow and I've successfully hunted. Every day I'm learning more, every day. It's getting more exciting because I'm not roughing it as much, because I know where the caves are, because I know where the water is, because I know I can catch food for myself. Right, moment of truth. A bit of breath. It's succulent. Tastes like chicken. Tastes like chicken breast. Ah.
I spend the next 2 days hunting, trapping, and foraging around the waterhole.
If there's anything there, I'm gonna get it.
Feeling like I've mastered this environment.
Watch out. Eddie Staffs is about.